Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another scene for the Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. Today's scene is predictably set at the Seeker's cabin, wherein Aiden has received a little something and promptly slammed his way into his room. And while 10 Point may have come running during that initial surge of emotion through the link, and even tried to offer some sort of consolation, she found herself on the far side of the closed door in Lupus, and has spent a good while simply laying there just outside the door, offering what wordless consolation and care she can through the pack link, but not so bold perhaps as to barge into Haraya's room. However, it's been a while. He's broken a lot of shit. He's obviously gotten another stash in there. And so 10 Point decides to prompt a change in this cycle by doing something admittedly very self-destructive, but that falls very tidily under her purpose in the pack. And so she'll finally, and I don't even know if Aiden cares to hear or can hear over whatever he's doing in there, but she'll finally rouse up from where she's been laying just outside the door. And we'll resume her Hamid forum as she walks back down the hall and glances around and finally finds that place where Aiden tends to leave his shillelagh, leaned up against the wall or what have you. And so she'll walk and she'll retrieve that. And she'll walk back down the hall again, wrap her knuckles on the door.
Eventually, after the level of noise and banging, the door will swing violently open, and Aiden will emerge. The room is completely totaled. It's like a nuclear bomb. His eyes are red from crying. His knuckles are bloody. You can see various holes in the wall where he's just punched things repeatedly. He just stares at her almost like what the fuck. He doesn't say anything. He's just breathing quite heavily.
And yeah, she has that half second and does glance past him, and especially considering the holes in the wall, can't help but loose kind of a pained sigh. The kin are going to be forever at patching that shit. So she kind of just releases a sigh without thinking and actually glances up at him. Not eye to eye, because very rarely does that happen, but certainly face to face. And she is going to take the shillelagh and kind of gently just raise it up and thump it lightly against his chest. Perhaps, Raya, you should take to breaking things that don't stay broken.
There's a long silence. He just hand a letter to her.
And she will take the letter, presumably releasing the shillelagh into his hand.
Yeah.
Yep. And so yeah, she will take a moment to read it. And yeah, assuredly, considering the state he's in, whether or not her expression has anything to do with it, there are tears falling down her cheeks just because she's the release valve. So yeah, she'll read it. And partway through, the hand will kind of come up and cover her mouth. And at least by time she offers it back, the tears look far more suited to her actual expression.
He'll very gently put the letter on the dresser, which is the only thing that's not been touched by the chaos, for fear of damaging it. It just kind of the first poke with the shillelagh will come in her leg. It won't be aggressive, it'll just be a tap.
And she'll move in response. Get out of his way, as it were, assuming it's kind of a nudge.
Although he just starts, it's a tap first, and then there's another tap, this time in her arm.
And she glances about the hallway, feels the impending doom. Not inside, Raya.
Just nods slowly, like he can't even speak properly.
And she'll go ahead and lead him out and hold the doors for him and everything.
You just pick up on the alcohol bottles as he's walking.
Yep. And all things considered, she is going to snag another and tuck it into her swag as they head out. Though she will not pause on the porch or even at the foot of the porch. She will continue moving towards the training grounds in the hope that he will continue to just follow instead of leaping on her the second they get outside.
That's what's going to happen. Oh, do you have a scene set up, actually?
I'm going to have one in a second. Let me just pop over here and werewolf dice roller.
So actually, as you're heading out of the cabin, you'll run into Saoirse as she's walking up to the cabin.
Oh, perfect. She's going to see this on the...
And I am going to check my dice. Because I probably don't have enough, but I'm going to try. I will be dodging.
2.
That is nothing.
All right.
She's keeping a weather eye, and she kind of twitches to move, but let's face it, his fury is going to be a lot faster than her caution.
That's 3 to the back. No, right in your spine.
As long as it's on the spine and not right to the side of it, in the lower back, which would suck. She soaks 2 of it. So that first...
probably the first thump.
Yeah, so what Saoirse sees is the 2 of them trail out with, I assume, Aiden looking at least a little listless, or I don't know, he might look really focused right now.
No, Saoirse can see Aiden just looks bleary. His hair is everywhere. His knuckles are bloody. His clothes are messy. Carrying his big club, and he just swings. You know, this wordless fury, basically.
Saoirse will... she's not expecting this at all, so she'll kind of anyone paying attention to her, maybe they're not, she'll jump and gasp audibly, like... She'll cautiously keep approaching. What's going on?
Yep, 10 Point takes the initial thump, and she will kind of hurry the next couple steps to put a little more distance. And with Saoirse coming up, she might not have to bolt, but this is the bad place. Don't do it here. There's witnesses. Essentially, is the running mindset on this. And for what it's worth, while Aiden may look blurry and may look furious, and 10 Point is definitely responsive to what's happening and is far more alert-faced, of the 2 of them, weirdly, it's 10 Point who is releasing a steady stream of tears. And to all appearances was even before she was whacked at. She doesn't look too shaken about that. It's nowhere on her expression. She just, in a weird, kind of disconcerting way, is just crying for no apparent reason.
She got in the way.
froze.
Seem to be kind of frozen up.
Yeah, it kind of froze up there just a teensy bit. No.
Damn it.
All right, say
Oh,
again.
there we go. There we go. I heard you there.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Saoirse, seeing 10 Point with tears in her eyes, says, "What's the matter, 10 Point?"
A lot, Raya. But we should move before anyone else happens to see.
She gives a little bit of a quizzical look, but she just kind of, seeing Aiden the way he is, she understands and nods. Where are we going?
Training grounds, Raya.
All right. She turns and heads towards the training grounds, putting herself between 10 Point and Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden just walks very absent-mindedly, almost as if, just walking, taking a long drink out of the booze bottle he has, quite just it's falling all over his face, like no steadiness at all to it. His hands shake a lot.
And for what it's worth, as she's walking along, especially with Saoirse right behind her, she can't necessarily see expressions and whatnot. But 10 Point does periodically reach up, and it's pretty easy to tell what she's doing even from behind, is that she's reaching up and like wiping her cheek clean or wiping it dry. It doesn't last. But just every once in a while, she reaches up and just wipes the tear tracks off.
As they're walking to the training grounds, Saoirse will periodically glance back at Aiden.
It just seems to just wander. Yeah, just wanders. His eyes look red and haggard. He just looks, just looks a state,
All right. Saoirse knows Aiden well enough to know that, especially in the state that he's been in, that he probably needs to let some stuff out. So that's why she understood when 10 Point said they were going to the training grounds. She's like, okay, let's do this. So she just keeps walking.
Yep.
Goes, if 10 Point looks back at Saoirse, her expression is wandering between concerned and confusion.
And 10 Point will fall back a bit. She won't go side to side with Saoirse just because it kind of defeats the purpose of where Saoirse very clearly tactically is. Oh, good. Dallas can be at the training grounds. Yay.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
This is going to be delightful.
Everyone's here.
Nothing like a fresh witness, right? So yeah, 10 Point will lead along, but she will fall back a bit so that she can, speak offside a bit to Saoirse. It's not so quiet that Aiden couldn't hear if he wanted to listen, but I imagine he might be a little distracted.
Yeah, I don't. Both of you can tell I don't think he's even aware that you guys are there at some point.
He's just kind of like zoning out from time to time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she will explain simply as they're going there. I mean to serve my role in the pack, Raya. I hope you are familiar enough that this will not be shocking or upsetting to you.
She just gives a curt nod. She knows what that means. She grew up on a traditional Fianna Sept.
Oh yeah, and Omega is a rough-ass position to hold.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, the curt nod, you know what? That's enough. And 10 Point will refocus on not moving too quickly, not losing Aiden's, she's not going to get out of line of sight. She doesn't want him to forget what he's doing completely. So yeah, she won't walk too fast, but sooner or later, this merry trio is going to head to the training grounds with 10 Point in the lead and Saoirse very tactically between the two of them as Aiden kind of wanders, almost lost in, with a bottle in his hand and the shillelagh in the other. Is Dallas there and apparent, or will Dallas be entering at her own speed?
Gotta give me a second. I gotta reinstall Minicam.
Oh, well, at least you got a Dallas picture up. That's good. You got a step. Okay. Pisha. You do your shit. Very well. I will let you enter as you see fit. But yeah, and once they've gotten there, and after 10 Point has had a moment to ensure that that there isn't anyone else practicing, you know, in that nice hot part of the day, etc. Or at least has found a more secluded portion of the training grounds, as there's all sorts of stuff there. There's a whole goddamn like agility course. So she will just make sure that she wanders to the least occupied part of the training grounds before she simply stops walking. And she'll turn back and look over her shoulder past Saoirse to Aiden. Is there a lesson,
stop
Raya?
and realize it. Shakes his head and takes a swig. What do you mean a lesson?
Never mind it, Ryan.
Just nod, and finishes the last of the bottle. He'll drunkenly swing, because I'm putting this like DC8 because he's that level of drunk.
I was gonna say, I wish I remember what the mods were for various effects.
Okay, Jesus, never mind.
Dun dun dun.
That's 2. So. That's 3.
Lol. She does not soak any of it. And she doesn't make any attempt to get out of the way of it either. She, if anything, seems to kind of brace for the impact. Takes it. And,
I mean, he kind of half stumbles as well, nearly falling over himself. As he's completely out of focus,
Before Aiden took his swing, Saoirse obviously moved out of the way.
Yeah.
Because she understands what's going on, but she didn't move like too far back, but she's at a distance where she won't get hit accidentally. But depending on how this goes, I don't see her interfering, but we'll see what happens.
And 10 Point will consider the state he's in, kind of look him up and down, and then shake herself up. While still just kind of looking him up and down to see if he will take it as a challenge and follow suit.
Y'all got me here so you can prove how drunk I am or something. You kind of rub his forehead, obviously completely, not even aware, kind of half opening his eyes.
No. But you won't be able to do what needs to be done in that state, Raya.
What needs to be done then?
Shift up, Raya. Please.
No. Why would I? Why bother?
Aiden. Saoirse waits for him to kind of acknowledge her before she says anything else.
So it's like a slow turn. Yeah.
You can't do any good in this state. You need to get out whatever it is that's bothering you, all the anger, all the sadness. Get it out, get it over with, so that you can get back to doing what needs to be done.
She left me a letter, sir.
That's what she's there for, isn't it?
He kind of turns.
And if
she left.
and if
She
it's
left
not
me a letter.
enough, who did?
To Pisa.
What did it say?
How she loves me and all that. And how she was happy to have me.
Well, you were a pack mate. They didn't let you in the pack if they didn't like you. I know why you left, and I understand why you left, and it wasn't... Stop beating yourself up. It wasn't your fault. You couldn't have stopped anything from happening. So beat up her instead, and if that's not enough, you can beat me up too. But we just need to get you back to where we need you to be so that we can continue to fight.
I can fight. I'm fine.
Then do it. Fight.
So
Show me that fire, that Fiona passion that I know you have.
Yeah. Tempone will even lift her arms and hold him out to either side. And what is Dallas doing?
Well, Dallas was trying to hop off the top of that post stealthily and artfully. Instead, she just lands with kind of a loud thud. That wasn't a Dex Athletics to dismount gracefully. It was a Dex Stealth.
Okay. So at least she doesn't like land face first, but it's definitely not sneaky.
No, it's loud. It's like... And she has in one hand sort of a Tupperware with food in it, and she sets it down. She's still got the spoon in her mouth as she starts walking towards Aiden, clomping apparently like a bull in a china closet.
I don't know what you're all worried about. I'm fine. I just kind of stumbles, you know.
Your room's not, Raya. And while hitting me doesn't hurt anyone else, destroying the things that your pack has given you, there's no way to repay them.
Aiden, could you roll your perception and alertness? Probably diff 8 for you, I'm guessing, because you're drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe you just know that Dallas is coming up behind you, and she's... You can turn and you can react appropriately, but upon hearing all these words that you've been saying, seeing your pitiful state, there's only one way this happens.
He'll turn.
And you can tell she's gearing up to throw a haymaker at you. So I'll let you choose appropriately what he does.
Takes it.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course he does.
Jesus.
For what it's worth, 10-point bristles. Pretty mighty like. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
So what exactly did she do?
Hey, I soaked most of it.
Yeah.
Dude.
She threw one fuck of a haymaker.
What is
So
that? I don't know what that is.
You know, like in like combat where someone like dramatically fucking winds back or balls both fists together and swings, like really slow, really heavy swing.
Yep.
That's a
It's
haymaker.
like it's an all or nothing kind
Okay.
of punch.
All
To be
right.
fair, I soaked. To be fair, I soaked most of it.
You did soak the shit out of that.
Yeah. So he turns, and I'm gonna have to make a roll because he's on 3 rage already. And here we go. Oh
Son of
Jesus!
Wait. I'm checking.
Jesus.
Oh no,
It is-
that's right. You've got fucking short fuse. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it
That's
doesn't
a
matter.
friend-
It doesn't matter.
That'd be a
Aiden just-
frenzy.
Guess
that
where
would
we're
be a
at,
frenzy.
everybody?
Well, guess what? I'm rage shifting to Krynos.
I'm pretty sure this is where we roll initiative, and people need to react accordingly. I don't think anyone else is going to be able to roll or shift immediately.
Nope.
But I will do my stuff as per Glabro. Thankfully, in my case, I don't have to blow rage to shift to this form.
Shifts up to Krynos.
This could be tragic.
Oh, this could be bad.
I
Oh
hope you beat
jeez.
him.
Oh, thank God! I've got.
I
10,
hope you
so-
beat him.
Somebody get a higher initiative than me.
Because Dallas can't rage
well,
shift
I
until
have-
her turn.
I have Hummingbird and Spirit of the Fray, so
Yeah, she going
Oh,
first regardless.
I'm going first.
Bless
My
you.
initiative.
Bless
My
you.
base initiative. My base initiative in this form is 17. So
Keep in mind, you guys are doing your rolls and shit in Hamid. You're going to have to rage shift after combat starts.
yes, that's what I plan to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled shit as well, so if someone's ahead. 2 people are ahead of me. I'm fine.
Yep.
Well, you say that.
All right. So Saoirse, you're first, buddy.
Yeah, so Saoirse sees Aiden frenzy, and she rage shifts to Krynos, and she's going to grapple him.
Okay. Oh boy.
At least you're still in Hamid, god damn it. Or no, never mind. You're in Krynos now. Fuck.
I'm in
Uh-huh.
Krynos. So I think we have to roll opposite strength brawls or strength brawls.
Strength brawl
Yes.
versus strength brawl.
Here we go. Whoa.
Oh my god. 1, 2, 3,
Did you get
4.
nine?
9 successes on 10 dice.
I have
the
to get
fuck?
9 successes on 9 dice in order to beat him, or in order to.
You would have
tie
to
him.
get more. You would have. Yeah, I was gonna say. Even then, he's the defender. Fuck.
There's no way I can beat that. I only have 9 dice.
Oh my god. Aiden, why don't you?
I'll
love
roll
us?
anyway, but there's no way I can beat it. Yeah, I got 5. So, yeah, Saoirse makes an attempt to grapple him, and he is just in too much of a state. She can't get a hold of him.
I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna pull a thing up real fast here.
You're good there,
And
buddy.
it's a good thing you. I'm gonna assume that you turned your back on me to face fucking Dallas when this happens. I'm taking that. What else can I abuse in this? Hold on.
You could sweep him.
Yeah.
Doesn't
you
sweep.
can.
Sweep is diff 8, bro.
Oh,
You can do whatever you want. Just stop me.
Mine is too difficult. Mine's too difficult for you. I'm just saying. It's up to you.
Just
I.
stop me.
Yep. Don't worry. I won't try. So I'm gonna take that -2 diff and I'm gonna grapple because I'm sorry, diff 4 against your ridiculous die roll is seeming like a good plan. So that's
Yep.
what 6 and 8.
Because I got a lot of success. I got a lot of brawl dice.
It's all right. I'm wearing a leather vest. I have a soap dice.
So die. Son of a bitch! It's still 2 successes, but fuck me!
I think I get more.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, you do. Goddamn.
So 2 fucking Krynos throw themselves on top of him, and neither one can fucking get a hold.
Right.
Well, Dallas is
Okay.
spending 3 rage. Just so you know, because
You.
No, it's Aiden next.
I know, but
Yeah.
I forgot to spend a rage. Fuck.
And yeah,
I can
I'm spending a rage as well.
Can I go ahead and spend a rage because I forgot?
I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she spent a rage. Sorry.
I have to spend a rage since I'm frenzying, obviously. You know.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm gonna hit the first thing I see, which is Dallas, right? Or
Yep.
do I need to roll like a D3 to see which one I hit?
It is up to you at this point because Dallas may be what started it, but 2 other people have hit you. since it
I
started.
think to be fair,
Yeah.
yeah. I think, in the interest of fairness, I'll roll a d3.
Just roll a d3.
2. So that is 10 point. Since Saoirse was the first to react, then it was 10 point, then Dallas. I think that's 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I think that's the easiest thing to do.
It is
Either
up
way,
to you what the order is. So
Either way, I'm really sorry. And I think I got
This
one.
is not how I planned this to go. I didn't know he was on 3 or 4 rage.
On 3, and then you hit me.
that is, yeah, that's
One.
only one
No
success,
one
which is
told
good.
me. I thought you were Ragabash.
Who was he hitting?
I took one rage from the scene with
He's got
Latte,
3.
so you know. And then you need 4 to frenzy, and I have short fuse.
Let
Soak
me
me,
check my soak.
soak me, 4 ag, please.
Yeah, soak 2 of it.
Yeah, so he swipes, snarling wildly, you know.
Well, one of those 3 is spent on shifting up to Krinos because it's like, God damn it, Aiden. And yeah, she is going to grapple you from behind. So strength brawl.
Yep.
Roll. That would be 8 plus 4. That's 12 d10 at difficulty 4.
He did whirl on 10 points, so yeah. Abuse that shit. Abuse it so hard.
I'm going to try. 8 successes.
Oh, thank God.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think you beat me.
What maneuver are you
Woo!
using?
Get. That was a grapple.
Okay, good. For the love of God, do your strength damage.
Her strength plus 7.
Uh-huh. It's bashing. He'll be fine. Do it.
We're gonna tucker him out.
All that, or yeah, we can just do some roll-offs.
I was gonna say,
6 bashing.
I'm
As she like slams him into the ground, being like, "Oh, so that's how it is. That's
So
how it
sweet.
is. You already had 2, so that's 3. You're at 5.
so we just need a couple more.
Yup. First rage action, I guess?
Yep.
Yes. I can punch in Krinos, right?
Keep in
No!
mind
Without
that
doing
your
accident.
actions in Krinos will be lethal. Unless it
Lethal,
is
right. Okay.
Grapple.
So since he's grappled and down, she doesn't see a need to be in Kratos anymore. But I can't rage shift on a rage action.
you know, but you can
grapple.
you can also grapple. We can literally dogpile it.
Okay.
He's at a difficulty 3 to be grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, dogpile. That sounds good. If 3.
Yeah, I have wound penalties.
9 successes.
Yeah, I don't have enough dice since I'm wounded, so yeah, you get me.
Okay.
Then I will be repeating this process. My action.
Do I go ahead and roll damage?
Yeah,
strength
it's just
damage.
it's just bashing, so you're fine.
Yeah, it's just bashing. So, oh God, the dice. 4.
Do it.
7.
By the way, in character, Dallas was totally prepared for this. Out of character, I wasn't ready.
Aiden's down. Yeah.
Dallas will stand up once he goes limp, sort of clap her hands off.
At which point, 10 point just kind of looks up at her. That is not precisely what I was trying to do, Raya.
I know it wasn't, but this is what happened anyway. She'll
Dallas
relax.
walks back over into Krinos and picks up her Tupperware. Now that it's tiny, and just holds it up to her muzzle, like it's now like a teacup. pinky out.
Seeing as he has inevitably downshifted upon being knocked out, 10 Point will maintain breed form, but she'll move a little closer. And you know what? It's a strange impulse to have, but she just kind of scoops him up. And just settles there, kind of crouched.
Settle him over by the post, and she'll gesture to the punishment post. Whether you're punishing yourself, your friends, or your packmates, punishing post, it's the place to be.
Yep. She actually kind of considers that and somewhat thoughtlessly almost issues kind of a snort at the idea of putting her Raya. Like, this is a bad gesture for Omega to make. Very bad.
Or I could drag him over there.
That sets her ears back even further. And so she will amble over in the spirit of obedience. But will, instead of just depositing them there, will settle there with them so that it is actually her back leaning against the post, because she knows this post. She and this post are good friends.
Dallas will
I love this post.
She does not love that post.
She does not, but she would rather set her back to it than his. So
Dallas
that's what's going on.
Will relax down into Hamid, and she'll grab one of the stumps and drag it over, and she'll sit, about 10 feet back from Aiden, one leg crossed over the other with her Tupperware, and her in her green plastic spoon. Or it's more of a spork, but
Yep, and then we'll wait for him to rouse out of it.
I'm assuming eventually he'll wake up.
Yep. As relaxed back to Hamid as well, and she's just gonna sit and wait.
Yeah, yep. I'm assuming eventually he'll wake back up.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long for him to wake her back up.
Yeah, so the eyes open, spits out a bit of blood from his mouth.
Yep. He is no longer gathered up in her arms, but he is kind of... She has set herself between him and the post, but he still needs to lean up against something, so he is surrounded by Metis.
What the fuck was that?
Dallas looks up from her meal. I heard you talking like you were yesterday. I thought we'd gotten past that, Aiden.
Do you know I could have killed you if they weren't here?
She kind of narrows her eyes at him. You could have.
I would have.
She sort of shrugs. Maybe.
Kind of just shakes big long black hair and spits out more blood from his mouth. Obviously sobered up a fair bit since, shifting and shit.
Burned a lot of that shit probably out of his system.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah. It should be out of his system pretty well by now.
Aiden, you're going to keep throwing yourself down this dark hole despite everyone's best efforts, aren't you?
Aren't you back off? He kind of looks up at her, there is like a not now Dallas type of look,
She looks right back at him with one arm over the other, spoon in hand, chewing. You gonna make me?
There's a slow stand-up,
just
basically.
raises her eyebrows and like, oh god, she really doesn't know him that well, does she?
Oh, you do. Oh, Jesus.
There is a slow stand-up, as Saoirse knows Aiden by now. That damn overconfident fall is, fuck yeah, I'll make you, as he slowly begins to stand up on his levels of passion.
Before you take a step to me, there's a few things you probably should consider first.
There's a few things you should fucking consider. He kind of spits, on the ground again, blood
Keep
out
in
of
mind,
his mouth.
he's still got all that damage
Yeah.
because he can't shift up.
First
Yeah,
thing,
but he's Aiden Lynch. You don't understand. He will still try and do it.
what are you gonna do? Bleed on me?
If needs be. I'll bite
Secondly,
your. You actually hear him snarl, "I'll bite your fucking neck out." While I'm bleeding on you.
And she starts twirling the spork in between her fingers. Secondly, be sure that you're really ready to fight me if you're going to fight me seriously. And is he still advancing on her at this point in his hobble?
He's trying to stand up because fuck you, basically,
Trying,
Yeah.
but he's still at like what?
Mhm.
Crippled?
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
ain't getting up.
He's still attempting,
And thirdly, yesterday you told me you were past this. That you weren't going to drag yourself down anymore and that you were going to grieve instead of turning your self-loathing and everything about what happened on that mission inward. That's what you told me, right?
Why don't you actually listen to what I'm trying to say instead of assuming, you big stupid Arun? He snarls at her,
He got a letter. He found a letter. That was from her.
I know, I was listening. She points to the post.
Right?
So what upset you, Aiden? That she loved you?
He looks at her like, look, Dallas, if this is some hard bitch routine, I'm not in the fucking mood, alright?
It's not a hard bitch routine. You haven't seen my hard bitch routine. And she'll finish her lutefisk because, goddammit, if Clara didn't make a ton of it. She'll set the Tupperware down, clean off her hands, and then take a few steps towards him. Our kin, people that are born with this red, fiery blood in them. How many people have you seen self-destruct because they couldn't get out of their own way?
He just doesn't answer. Look, Dallas, I'm not in the mood, alright?
Dallas looks a bit angry. Sort of canting her head over to one side. How do you think it makes any one of your pack feel to watch you destroy yourself?
Like I said, I don't want to talk about it.
Aiden.
He
Listen
takes
to
a
me,
breath and
please.
looks over it. He takes a breath and looks over at Saoirse.
She's cautiously approaching him. I might not be of your pack, but I care about you as if you were my family. And if I were to lose you, I don't know what would happen. But I know that I would keep on going for you because you wouldn't want me to just fall down. Would you?
I know.
To Pisa, undying vengeance is a Wendigo. They don't stop. They don't have time for self-loathing. They just keep going. And I know should keep going. You've had your time. We let you do this to yourself for long enough. it's time to pick yourself up and get back to it. You have a pack that needs you. You have friends that need you. You have this nation that needs you. And I need you. All right?
What happened here, Mokara? These are the ripples of what you are doing.
Just the fucking letter, man. I'm just not. He kind of just rubs his hair awkwardly.
Aiden. She says it almost gently. Keep going down this road. You keep walking this path. Everything that you said to me in 10 Point is either going to be a lie or it's going to make you a hypocrite. Two things I know you cannot stand. I know it hurts. But you're damn well smart enough to know that this isn't the path. If the big dumb Arun knows it's not the path, the Rathagar certainly should.
I'm just angry. And I don't know how to deal with it. And it's so fucking...
As he says that, 10 Point will kind of glance aside over to where the shillelagh has fallen, and then will glance kind of pleadingly over at Saoirse, probably.
Actually, Saoirse was about to glance over at 10 Point when she said, "You've got to let it out."
Oh yeah. Oh no, I totally agreed. The only problem is at this point, Aiden is kind of on top of her. She's the only reason she's not going for it herself.
Right. Well, she's actually, when she sees the shillelagh, she will walk over and pick it up, and she'll put it in his hand. Do what you need to do. Let it out.
It's not about beating the fucking menace. He kind of actually shakes his head for once. Like, actually...
Then beat me! If you don't want to beat her, beat me. If it'll make you feel better, you need to get it out, Aiden. In what? Just all the time, and you will kill somebody. How would you feel if you killed me or one of your packmates or even Dallas in frenzy? Live with yourself. So you need to let your anger out.
Fine. Fine. He'll stand up slowly, using the shillelagh as a kind of a bit more of a support now.
At this point, I'm sure more of your bashing has healed because you heal
once
every 15 minutes. So
even in Hamid?
Oh, he's still in Hamid. Damn.
Yeah, he's stuck. He's out of rage. But as he levers himself up, he's going to get a good Krynos-sized pat on the back. Krynos-sized paw that happens to have a guy's breath on it. And I will blow the gnosis. Kind of help him up to his feet that way.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then once he's up and out of her lap, we'll lumber herself upright as well.
He'll look over at everybody. As he readies the bat, he'll actually turn and look at Saoirse. It's the fact, as he's gearing up to swing, basically, and I'll make the roll first and I'll describe what he's going to say to Saoirse because it's just the fucking same time. And that's a sounding hit. Oh.
Jesus,
So-
your rules today.
So call it back, Katie, please.
I am still in Krynos for what that's worth.
And it's just bashing.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's just bashing.
it's just bashing. It's fine.
So that's still
Yeah, there you
1,
go.
2, 3. Yeah, so she takes 3, all the same.
So he clocks 10 point. Like, I mean, swinging still doesn't care that she's in Krynos. He just swings upwards, basically. And he'll turn and look at Circe. Do you know what I can't handle? The fact that I made sure Pisa came home. I made sure she got everything. And he closes that door in my face like I'm nothing. Like, and then tries to blackmail me and doesn't even tell the other two. And makes me out to be this horrible, evil person.
Out of character, who's that?
William White.
Okay.
Yep. And while he's ranting, and while she's already mending, 10 point decides to make the questionable decision to go back down.
Glabra or Hamid?
Oh, all the way back down to Hamid.
Oh shit. Well, upon hearing that this happened, she knew that that it didn't go well when he took the body, but all of that. So she even gets a flash of anger in her eyes. She's like, "Don't worry about that. His opinion doesn't matter. And you know what? Why don't you just pretend that she is him and take out frustration on her right now?
Oh, Jesus.
She is not 10 points. She is William White. Do it."
There's a certain raising of the brow there, just like, I don't know if that's such a good idea. Coming
There's
across
2
her
people
face.
there to restrain him, and he can't blow rage right now.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
it'll be fine. Don't worry. Saoirse just wants to make sure he gets his anger out. Like, do
Yeah.
it.
Do it. That's no damage. You're fine, Katie.
Yep. She's standing there, and she gets the first thump, perhaps as he's whirling around, so it's offset her. Maybe it's just because he's still off balance. But she's frustratingly braced. There's none of the fear. There's none of the normal shit that goes down when she's getting her ass kicked. She almost looks like she's staring at him.
Aiden's like, yeah, do you like that, you coffee shop fucking revolutionary? And just swings again, like, I mean, hurtling. You know. And no damage, that's just getting madder and madder now. It's the fact he kind of like rubs his hair again, you know. Obviously, he's almost too angry to focus.
The fact that he's a shit person on top of being a shit leader.
It's the fact that he wants everyone to believe his way and then spits on our own. And he will slow down his swing. And he will aim.
What's he aiming for there, buddy?
Oh no, that's 3.
Did you hit in the no place?
I hit her in the no place.
That's mean. She just got that healed up.
Oh my god.
Soak
Wait,
that too
what?
lethal.
I think
What
he
did
just
you
hit you in
aim
the-
for?
the
Skull.
kidney. Oh, never mind.
It's
Skull.
too lethal. Okay.
Soak that too lethal.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
He clocks her,
So it,
and she kind of gives her head a light shake and just fucking looks at him.
God, yeah, you just hear, God, Jesus, fuck. He's just gonna aim for right in the store place. And gets it with 1.
Is he going for that piece on her back?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. She's standing a bit sideways. I'll let you have it.
Oh! That's considered a low blow, you know.
What does that mean?
It means it does
God.
+1 damage, and if
Was
you,
what?
+1 damage,
+1.
and you're stunned for every. You gotta roll an extra dice there, and for every bit you don't soak is how long you're stunned.
Is it a low blow if it's her back?
Kidney.
It's in her kidney. That's
Low
a
blows
lot.
against the kidney.
I mean,
That's
I
six.
assume he made a normal attack roll instead of taking
I
the
did.
extra diff, so
No.
I'm not giving him the
Oh.
extra
Oh
payout.
no! I took the extra diff. I took the extra diff.
You
That
took the
5 is
extra
my-
diff?
That damage roll, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is my damage roll. Then I rolled an extra one because I got told to, so that's 6.
Okay, it was more than on the initial attack. Did you take +1 diff for aiming for that spot?
That's why I only used 10.
Ceiling.
I only used 10, 5 the damage roll, and yeah.
Oh, well, I soaked
okay,
all of
all right.
one of that 6. So that's 5 bashing as he, so yeah, very artistically, in fact, he finally gears up and he swings for the soft spot. He goes for that dark point on her back, that heavy bruising right over her kidney. He slams into it, fucking home run swing, and 10 Point drops like a rock with a just strangled yelp of pain.
Is she knocked out now?
Nope, she's still conscious.
Just in a shitload of pain.
But she's curled up on the ground in fucking agony because he hit her where it fucking counted.
Saoirse will then kind of move over to Aiden. All right, give her a break. I want you to hit me now. And she
What?
will.
Like worlds in the
She'll shift up, she'll shift up to Glabro. Give her a break. Come on. Yeah, spinning a rage to shift up to Glabro.
You kind of look at her, really confused. You're not my Omega, seriously. I can't hit you. Like, just really
Sure.
genuine
You
softness,
need-
you know? I can't do that. He looks just so confused. He's like, I don't want to hit you.
For what it's worth, even just during this conversation, the bruises are starting to fade. They bloomed brilliantly and are already starting to just kind of trickle down.
She
can't
looks
do that.
over.
You can't.
She shrugs her shoulders. Let me know if you change your mind. And she'll stay in Glabro.
And with
He
the
looks
damage,
so bamboozled. He just looks so bamboozled.
As she's
Really, that
sort of
brings the
laying
point to
there,
feel a little bit.
it was a good stall.
as 10 Point's kind of laying there, like in pain, Dallas just kind of walked over and looked at her, kind of crouched down and just looks at 10 Point. Rub some dirt on it, you'll be fine.
And yeah, as especially with Saoirse providing a pause and with Dallas as some motivation, because she's hovering awful close. I'm just saying, there's some previous experience that says that not getting up could be a bad plan. So yeah, after plenty of seconds, she goes ahead. It fades back to its original dark spot on her back as she goes ahead and hoists herself back up onto her feet.
He just stands there thinking. I mean, looks at everybody. Like, I don't know. He just kind of like rubs his head. I just feel like he's jealous.
Well, you are
Because
Aiden
he
fucking
is-
Lynch.
You've been showing him
It's
up
not
ever
that-
since
it's not.
got here. Better than he is. You really are, and that's not. I'm not just saying that because you're my best friend.
It just feels like he couldn't handle the fact that the pizza, even Talate, accepted what I was without question. And he'll
I
take another casual step forward, and he's gonna aim again because Aiden is, you know what? That strategy worked last time. Let's do it again. Aim for the sweet spot. Miss. Botch, actually, the shillelagh goes flying. You know.
Oh shit.
You know.
10-point retrieves it and puts it back in his fucking hand.
Do you know, he blames us for everything we've done. Yet, who are the people calm on the kin trying to resolve it? You kind of look at Saoirse and Dallas, actually, and 10-point. Like, look at all of this, basically.
We were the ones that gave a shite.
And then we'll aim for the sweet spot again, because, God, Jesus, that strategy works for some reason.
Going for the sweetmeats.
2. That's 1, 2, 3.
All right. Oh, yeah. Yep. She takes all of it again. And, yeah, it's this just perfect square shot right to that point on her back, even with her kind of canted at a bit of an angle. And it makes her stumble. But this time she stubbornly stays upright.
Saoirse does, under her breath, wince and cringe just a little bit at that last hit, because she knows that had to hurt.
Oh, yeah. And rest assured, she is not stoic. She yelps in pain.
Yeah.
The shillelagh looks like a murder machine as well. It just looks, every swing is brutal looking.
And she'll probably even plant a hand over that point, at least until he gears up for the next swing, because she doesn't want her hand fucking crushed on top of everything else.
He'll stop panting.
Perhaps he cannot handle, Raya, that some of us know our duty to the nation and have the conviction to actually do it.
It's just like that brow up, like, approval. Look of approval.
Damn.
She's like, damn, yeah.
Shit. All right. Yeah, even Aiden's like, oh, fucking hell. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, Temple
Alright,
can
then.
throw shade.
All right. That's he's gonna hit you in the body this time. So that's 4. He's a nice guy, relatively. Not really.
So nice.
So nice. So it's 4.
Let's see just
plus
how
3.
nice. Meanwhile, some pause has earned her some of that bashing back.
Don't earn that bashing back. Not at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That is a
That's not a- Did I
so that's
knock you
another
out?
full damage swing. So yeah, it comes around this time, and at least he's not aiming for the goddamn sweetmeats. But yeah, it collides full on. Again, the force of the blow, that home run swing, drives her to the ground, and several ribs audibly like shatter under the impact.
You hear, whoa! You know, from Aiden, like swinging it up in the air. Oh, there it is.
And
You know?
yeah, there's another just horrible strangled cry. And when she hits the dirt, because those are her ribs. She needs those for holding her guts in.
Dallas is kind of leaning up against the post at this point with, her first dinner in hand. And she just looks at the shillelagh. Look at you, dirty girl.
Yeah. I should name this fucking thing.
Aye, you should.
Thinks for the longest time.
She deserves a deed name as well. She just kind of smiles and winks.
While he's pondering over it, 10-point is slowly knitting, and even before she's fully healed, is going to be struggling back up to her feet,
I'll name
probably gasping
name
for
it.
air.
I'll name her Darcy. There you go. like flicks the shell up and catches it. My dirty girl Darcy. And he like has this weird smile on his face.
Saoirse wasn't expecting that
Is it-
either. Like, the fuck?
Is it the smile?
Oh yeah. It's hang on, I'll show you the smile. There it is. This smile he does. Do you know what? I feel a lot better actually. You turn and look at everybody, putting the bat over his shoulder, with his leg leaning down to the side.
Are you
I feel a lot
back?
better. I think relatively, hi. I'm still gonna. It still hurts. I'm not gonna lie, but
It will for a time. With it. You can't do what you did there for the last several days. You just can't.
I looks at Saoirse actually quite meaningfully. I put my sister's bracelet on her. I know I'm not gonna be there for the funeral, so
Saoirse will nod.
I say goodbye.
She'll actually step forward and place a hand on his shoulder and give it a squeeze. She's still in Glabro, by the way.
Flop.
So it's a little bit. So it's a little bit more rough than normal. But she doesn't like break his shoulder or anything. But it's just a little harder than it would be if she was in her Hamid form.
Oh yeah, 10 Point will feel these walls starting to come up over the pack link, like dunk, 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 you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And for what it's worth, after that smile, 10 Point has, once she's upright again, a slight shift in overall behaviorisms. Like the posture will shift to what's more familiar, a little hunched, a little more submissive, and she is no longer looking him straight on. And as the walls start coming up, that flow of tears that has been there this entire time, finally, she reaches up again to wipe, and for once, more don't follow.
Saoirse will step back.
Jesus. He kind of takes a long breath. Yeah. I can't be acting like this. I'm a fucking bastard.
Saoirse just
Nods
gives a
him.
knowing nod and an approving smile at that.
You said it, not me.
Yeah. Besides, he puts the bat over and looks over at everybody with this wicked smile. We've got that Campbell bitch to kill, and I'm going to take my time with her. Maybe that would be good revenge for Tepisa. He actually smiles to himself, like, I know how to cure my grief. Yeah. Maybe I'll kill her the Wendigo way. And look over and smile at everybody, with the bat kind of like swinging up and down.
Just
Sure.
gonna roll some manipulation subterfuge there. To not. Oh wow, she's got no subterfuge. Look at that.
What's she trying to hide?
You know how Get sometimes feel about Wendigo?
Oh yeah. Well,
To the defender. Oh, 10 Point is paying no mind. She is now much more focused on Aiden and his bat and his smile.
And actually, do you know what we'll do, lads? Is he puts his arm around Saoirse, puts his arm around Dallas, and kind of leaves them look, so they all three of them look at 10 Point.
10 Point is
I
not
think
in her
we'll Blood
head.
Eagle her. We'll take her heart. Well, before we take her heart out, I'll give her a taste of old Darcy here. And smile, twirling the bat up beside Saoirse's shoulder.
Saoirse nods.
He's back.
10 Point is thinking very short thoughts right now.
Glad to see it.
Yeah. He just nod to himself. All right. Enough crying and shit. Come on, you. Is he kind of like? I mean, the bat literally just stops right in front of her face. You know. Like, we gotta go clean up, haven't we?
Yes, Rhea.
I'll help you. I want to spend a little bit more time with you.
Gives a big grin and puts his arm around Saoirse and looks over at us. Are you coming, Red, or not?
She's got her food in hand.
She relaxed back to Hamid, by the way.
Oh yeah. So Aiden's been led off by the redheads, basically. And turns to Saoirse. Did you hear I'm getting married again? Gives a big smile.
I heard that. You're just collecting them. Wives are like Pokemon to you, aren't they?
Oh well, this one's a really important one, and technically I didn't sign the lease on the smile. I know it's a political thing, but puts his hands to his lips.
And there might be shenanigans, so give me a moment.
Sure. Okay.
Look, she's Von Everett, so big money. He actually says big money with a big smile.
She just goes, oh, and gives a knowing nod, and then makes the motion that her lips are sealed, and she locks it up and throws away the key.
We should get you married. We should get you to marry one of them as well. We'll both have a double wedding. You grin at her.
She just emphatically shakes her head. No, not happening.
Wait, actually,
I don't want to.
I know you like a bit of the female meat. You grab Dallas. Give me your phone.
No.
Give me your phone.
No.
Raya's orders. Give me your phone.
Fight me.
Give me your phone. Just give me your phone, will you?
Aiden, that is not a reasonable request. She doesn't have to honor it.
It is a reasonable request. She has valuable information that I need to show another foster, and so Raya's orders. Dallas, he holds out his hand.
As she kind of sighs and picks it up out of her pocket, she'll spend a point of rage, shift up to Krinos, and then oh, Butterfingers.
That's your phone, not mine. It's your phone, not mine. Then. I mean, I was just gonna, sorry, smile at her,
And she'll relax back down and just be like, it's all right. I got the real thing at home anyway.
I mean, you turn to Saoirse. She has nice get friends that she can hook you up with. Why don't you do that for my friend Saoirse Dallas?
Because I don't know Saoirse.
Saoirse's my best friend. You put his arm around Saoirse, like my best friend.
Your best friend?
Aiden, if I want that, I'm sure that I will have no problems finding kinfolk of my own. Thank you very much.
I'm just being a good guru and making sure you have nice breeding. Saoirse, smile at her,
And when I'm ready, I will do it on my own. So please, don't try and force me.
I'm not trying to force him, just being your wingman. You look kind of offended.
Just trying to be a bro.
Yeah.
She doesn't look mad or anything. She's just like, she gives you a look like, just drop it, please.
Just rub her hair. It's fine. We'll find you a nice fella soon. Or woman, whatever. Shake his head.
She just smiles and shakes her head.
There's a knock at the cabin.
We're at the training ground still, bro.
I think we're walking.
Yeah, we're
I think
walking back
to
from
the
the
That's
training
true. We could always spot someone at the door.
Yep, we're walking back to the cabin from the training grounds, so we could come upon the person.
That works.
What you guys see, a really high Fianna pure breed pillowbox that you guys have met before. The immediate one work is waiting. He did not see you guys yet. He is just looking at the door.
Don't worry, he'll get the cue because there'll be a jingle and then a distinct flopping noise.
There'll be a jingle and probably the high smell of probably like Aiden and Saoirse's pure breed, I would say.
Yep.
He will slowly turn. Smile.
That's at the small. Aiden will immediately like a small girlish squeal and kind of a flop, you know, like, like drop basically out of sheer fright that whatever gets here already.
Dallas kneels and shows throat because, well, if the Fostern's doing it,
He looks at
Yep,
Dallas.
Saoirse shows her throat as well.
He looks at Dallas and says, "I am Mir von Everett. Fianna Afro Philobox of Commodore, Saber of Gaia." He has a long saber on his belt.
Dallas Yeaghard, deeded Hunter's Mane, born under the full moon, child of Fenrir, Cleith, born on 2 legs.
Roll me perception and
My greatest of all my skills. Amisha, are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this roll?
I am.
Are you sure you're ready?
I am.
You're goddamn right you are. Is this site-based?
This is sight-based, yes.
Okay.
The side base. Are you ready for these dice?
We got a success. Suck it, law of probabilities.
He heard your name
This is
Before.
glorious.
Well, she hasn't been told whether or not to get up or say anything, so she's not going to respond to it, but she'll take a mental note. She's got eidetic memory. Stored away in the catalog.
looks at Aiden and Saoirse. I heard you both become fosters.
Alright.
Yes, Raya.
3 days later, my niece is arriving. Siegfried and you will go to, and anyone you want to bring, Tamer Dragons. We'll get my niece from the airport.
Yes, Raya.
You don't look so happy.
I'm just surprised. That's all. I didn't expect her to arrive so early. Would be genuine with that. He is surprised she's here with me.
He doesn't care if you lie or not. He says, "Where's Balian? I wish to tell him that I fulfilled the promise that I would like to fulfill the promise that I did bear it for him. You're a foster. Siegfried informed me. And your deeds has been learned by the nation. I heard you fought the black spiral dancers and other creatures of the worm against subsidiaries of the worm corporations. Same with Saoirse as well.
Hi.
We'll look at 10 point. Balian Yoff he's out in his office, I believe, and look at 10 point. Like, is he? You know?
Tiny little nod.
Well, Balian is out. I can give him word that of your arrival, and he will come see you immediately, Raya.
I arrive with my pack.
Your pack. He'll nod. You know.
Yes, you will be there for the ceremony.
Excellent, Raya. You smiles.
You both, all of you look busy.
Training. You know, kind of gesture at everybody. You know.
I see.
and he'll just nod and yeah, he'll just nod. Aiden's like, "Oh God, what do I say?" And just nod.
You can ask permission, which is like he kind of like nods towards your cabin and well then, I will take my residence in the Fianna Castle with the king. And he smiles when he says the king.
Aiden does kind of a similar smile because he knows what that is.
Saoirse does too, so she smiles as well.
And he will leave as none of you has more questions.
He will look over actually, and Raya, should I bring your niece anything, flowers or anything like that? You know, kind of looks awkwardly. What's her favorite type of flower, if you mind me asking?
You can ask my new packmate. He knows a lot about her.
I will. He'll just nod. Thank you, Raya.
Saoirse will step forward. I have a question.
I am all ears, audacious heart.
When you left a while ago, you said that you would tell my ma about my challenge and all that. Did you get a chance to speak to her?
I did not return to Septar. I'm sorry that
It's all right.
The America kept me in here.
It's all right. That means I'll just get to tell her myself, hopefully. I'm going back there in a couple of weeks.
You know, if you ever find your way to Poland, I expect that you would provide to my sept.
Of course, Raya.
You know, and then starts leaving.
Nods and looks at everybody. Looks at Saoirse like, "Told ya."
Well, that's awful quick. I'm invited, aren't I? She kind of looks
Of course I am.
expectantly
Yeah,
to Aiden.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. He'll just nod. Right. Do you want to come with me to meet her?
Right.
Looks at both Dallas and Saoirse.
Sure, I'd love to.
Right. He'll just nod to himself. I better go and prepare.
Well, let's
Yeah.
go get this place cleaned up.
Yeah.
Because and she just kind of gestures to the cabin, the wreck that it is. Like,
Hey, he only got to trash his own room.
Yeah.
yeah, but she's just like, he knows what she's referring to.
Meanwhile, 10 Point will be frantically pleading in the pack link for permission to instead go to the castle. Because,
He just turns
yeah,
to
she
her.
was dead
He
asleep
just
when that
turns-
shit
he-
went down.
Yeah, he just turns to her. Go on.
Thank you, Raya. Puma! Rocket
Puts his
powered
arms
medic.
around two ladies. Come on, let's clean up my room. Just strides in.
What do you mean we? I cleaned up your room for 3 goddamn days. You managed to ruin it each and every time. Guess what you're doing?
We'll put the
He
cat.
did it more than that, Dallas, because I've cleaned it up too.
Motherfuckers coming in and out. I don't even fucking know.
She just nods.
I don't know where he finds the time or the beer bottles.
It's like, I don't know, it's magic or something, or he's got like 50 kinfolk around the clock bringing him shite. I don't know.
Probably the case.
Looks over at actually 10 points gone, so he just smiles to himself like. What do you do, sir? Says he swaggers into his room.
Saoirse will go in there and help him clean it up, and she will kind of like in a motherly voice scolding her child, be like, "No, this is the last time I'm going to help you clean it up, and don't trash it again."
Dallas will supervise.
With that, I think it's a good place to say thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. We'll see you next time. Another scene from Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York.